example 3, find the zeros of each function. What are the zeros? This is just another way for me to ask you, find the x-intercepts. So if I tell you to find the zeros, I'm just asking you to find the x-intercepts. If I want you to find the x-intercepts of the graph, well, we should probably put it in intercept form. Intercept form is just another word for factor. Okay, so just a lot of terminology going on here. But if we're going to find the x-intercepts, we're going to factor this. So a leading coefficient, positive, no it's not. And we need a GCF, which is 2. So we're going to take out a negative 2. F of x equals negative 2, which is going to leave us with a positive x squared plus 5x plus 6. Then we're going to factor. This is a trinomial, so we're going to set up our graphic organizer. 6 times 1 is 6. Middle term is 5. Multiply to 6. I'm thinking 2 times 3. Add to 5. Yep, that'll do it. So 2x, positive 3x. 2x plus 3x is 5x. And then drop down your plus 6. Drop down your x squared. And just keep a hold of this negative 2 for now, but ignore him. Grouping. Grouping. Out of the first 2, we can get an x, which leaves us with an x plus 2. Out of the next 2, we can get a 3, and that's a positive 3, which leaves us with an x plus 2. Check your parentheses. They better be the same. If they're not, you have a problem, but these both have an x plus 2. So I'm going to take out the x plus 2, which leaves me with an x plus 3. And I just skipped a step in there, but most of you are probably with me. Okay, I skipped out the dividing, but that's okay. And then bring down the negative 2, and this is a function f of x. Now, we have it factored, but I said to find the zeros. And remember, the zeros are like your p and q. They're your x-intercepts. So now I'm going to take my x plus 2, set it equal to 0, x plus 3, set it equal to 0, subtract the 2, x is negative 2, subtract the 3, x is negative 3. So the zeros of your function are negative 2 and negative 3. That's all we have to do here. If they wanted you to graph it, you'd go put them on a graph. You'd find the middle, find the axis of symmetry, all that stuff. But your zeros are negative 2 and negative 3. Okay, letter B, g of x equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 12. Same thing, find the zeros. So again, if we want the zeros, we want the x-intercepts, which means we need to factor. We need to put it in intercept form. Same thing, leading term is positive, but is there a GCF? Yes, so we're going to divide by 3. G of x equals 3 times x squared minus 4x plus 4. Multiply last number by first number. Graphic organizer, 4 times 1 is 4. Middle number, negative 4. Multiply to 4. 2 times 2. Add a negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4. So then we're going to break it down. Negative 2x minus 2x. Negative 2x minus 2x is negative 4x. And then drop down our plus 4 and drop down our x squared. Grouping. Out of the first 2, I'm going to pull an x, which is x minus 2. Out of the second 2, I'm going to pull a negative 2. Make sure you record it as a negative 2. And then we're going to have an x. Minus 2. Out of both of those, we're going to pull an x minus 2, which leaves us with an x minus 2. And then don't forget your 3. Now, one more thing. We could leave it like that if we were actually writing the function we would probably want to write it g of x equals 3 times x minus 2 squared. But for the sake of finding the zeros, I just want the p and the q. Well, the p's right here and the q's right here. Do you notice they're going to be the same thing? So we would do x minus 2 equals 0, x minus 2 equals 0, add the 2, x equals 2, which means this guy only has one x-intercept. Okay, well, does that make sense? Let's look at that. So, if x equals 2, and he only has one x-intercept, then how do you find his axis of symmetry? Because for the axis of symmetry, remember, you have to go to the middle. Where is the axis of symmetry? It's actually right there on 2, which means this is actually the vertex. The vertex is at 2, 0. So then from there, you would go get your a value, which is 3. You would come out of that point and you would go over 1, up 1, 2, 3, over 1, up 1, 2, 3, and your graph would look like that. And you would only have one x-intercept because both of the x-intercepts are at the same place.